Hey everyone, this video is going to take you through the last of your flat scales, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. Okay, so what I want you to do is I'm going to work the scale. So if you haven't worked it already, pause the video and then check it and do the same with the next three. So make sure you try it on your own first and then check it with me. And that'll get us a little bit further along before I see you again next Tuesday, okay? So go ahead, if you haven't done A flat yet, go ahead and pause it. If you have done it, let's check it. So we're starting on A flat. I'm gonna scoot it over a little bit so I have room for my key signature. Okay, so A flat up to B flat is a whole, B flat to C is a whole, C to D flat is a half. So we have whole, whole, half. Now we're ready for another whole. D flat up to E flat is a whole, E flat to F is a whole, F to G is a whole, and G to A flat is a half. So we ended up with 4 flats. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Let's make sure we have A flat, we have B flat, we have D flat, and we have E flat. This A flat is just simply a repeat, so that's fine. We only count it once. Now we'll put it in a key signature. If you reference your key signature page, we have B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Okay, so check that and make sure that's what you have. Now let's do the same thing in the bass clef. We have A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. Okay, so we still have 4 flats. We have B, E, A, D, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Okay, so that's your A flat scale. A flat. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. All right, now pause if you haven't done D flat. That's our next one, so pause the video till you work on it and then turn it back on, and we're going to go forward with D flat. Okay, so your D flat scale, let's go ahead and do it where we just get all 8 notes up on the staff, and then we'll work from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I've gone space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Now we're going to go through and work out our steps. So D flat up to a E is actually too much, so we need a whole step. So we're going to do E flat. E flat to F is a whole. Now F to G is a whole. We need it to be a half, so we're going to flat the G. Now G flat to A flat. Get my colors mixed up. G flat to A flat is a whole. A flat to B flat's a whole. B flat to C is a whole with no changes, and then C up to D flat is a half. Okay, keep in mind everything but F in the flat scale starts on a flat. So if you start on D flat, you need to make sure you end on D flat, because that is the exact same name. Okay, now let's check out what we have. We have, make sure we have the first 4 or 5 in the order. Let's see, we have B flat, we have E flat, we have A flat, D flat's the name of our key, and then we have G flat. So we're good. We have B, E, A, D, G. Now let's put them in the key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. Okay, so that's your treble. Bass, we'll have D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, and D flat. Okay? So we have B flat to E, or D flat to E flat as a whole, E flat to F as a whole, F to G flat as a half, G flat to A flat whole, A flat to B flat whole, B flat to C as a whole, C to D flat as a half. Let's put it in a key signature. We have B, E, A, D, G. Okay, so pause if you need to, check that, check your key signatures, check your whole and half steps before we move on to our next one, which is G flat. Okay, so pause if you need to. All right, so this one we're starting on G flat. A whole step up from G flat is, I did it again, is A flat. I'm gonna mark my flats in red. A flat, a whole step up to B flat. B flat, a half step up. Look carefully. You want a half a step up from B flat. It's going to be, sorry, wrong note. It's going to be C flat. Okay, we can't call it B sharp. We have to call it C flat because we can't repeat the line of B. Okay, now C flat, up a whole step. It's going to be D flat. D flat up a whole step is E flat. Another whole step up from E flat is F. And then a half a step up from E flat is G flat. Okay? So in this one we have everything flatted except for F. So let's check. We have B. Okay, we have so we have B, we have E, we have A, we have D, we have G, it's the key name, and we have C flat. B, E, A, D, G, C. So 6 flats going here, B, E, A, D, G, C. Pause if you need to. If you're good to go, we'll go on to the bass clef. We've got G flat, A flat's a whole, B flat's a whole, C flat is a half. That one can get a little confusing, but if you look at the keyboard, B flat up a half step is C flat. Okay, don't call it B natural or B sharp because you cannot repeat. Okay, now going on up, we're going to go up to D flat as a whole. E flat's a half. E flat's a whole. Sorry. D flat to E flat a whole. E flat to F is a whole. And F to G flat is your half step. So now you have 6 flats. Remember, you're going to count 7, but the bottom and the top are repeats. So they only count once, and we only represent them once in the key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat. Okay, now pause if you need to finish that one. Now we're going to go to our last scale, which is C flat. Now you can probably already guess, just because of the pattern, that everything's going to be flat in this one, but let's work through it, okay? So we have C flat. You're starting on C flat. C flat up to D flat is a whole. D flat to E flat is a whole. E flat to F flat is a half. Look very carefully. E flat, half a step up from E flat, is F flat. You cannot call it E natural because you already have an E. You have to call it F flat. A whole step up from F flat is G flat. Whole step up from G flat is A flat. Whole step up from A flat is B flat. A half step up from B flat is C flat. So we have all 7 flats. We have B, E, A, D, G, C, F. I didn't leave quite enough room for my key signature. Bass clef, C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, and C flat. So in the bass clef key signature, B, E, A, D, G, C, and remember this F hangs below, okay? So pause the video. You can rewind as many times as you need to, reverse it to follow, but these are all your scales now. You have all scales. Now, what I want you to do in piano is look at page 28 and 29, okay? Today you tested on page 27. Your next test is going to be on page 29. It is absolutely just a flip-flop. So the chords are going to be in your right hand, the melody in your left. But what you need to do, if you don't want to learn the chord alone, that's fine, but you can, before Tuesday, work on the melody only, which is the left hand. So go ahead and look at that. If you want to look at the chord on page 28, go ahead and see if you can figure it out on your own. I will help you through it next Tuesday. But get a head start on that and definitely go ahead and learn the the left hand melody, because that's nothing new to you. Okay? All right. Have a good weekend. See you next Tuesday. Remember our schedule. Tuesday is we are finishing Unit 6. Next Thursday, you will have your written exam number 3. And then the last day of class on April 30th, you will have piano exam over page 29. All right? Have a good one. Bye.